Hello, 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 dudes. I hope y'all doing great. I've been MIA for a little bit, not because I've been MIA, y'all. I have my own stuff to do, y'all. I'm taking third Friday, actually Friday. I'm going to an orientation that I'm still like, I don't know if y'all know, but again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna be so proud of it because at first I was embarrassed, but now I'm so proud of it. I got accepted to a college that I was declined 20 years ago. So now I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart is like, duh, 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 duh. It's almost there. And now I'm like, can I finish this race? Can I finish this, or am I going to be scared, or I don't know what the future might hold, but I'm more excited but still intimidated. Like, darn, it took you 20 years to get accepted to this college. And to some people it might be like, girl, you should already been in college, you should have already finished. Well, mind your business. I'm topping off like my education. So I have schooling, of course, but I really wanted to graduate from here. So that's where I am right now in my life. So I have orientation on Friday. So I'm thinking about pulling out the good old Canon and record. But I'm still intimidated because I'm going to be in school with like this orientation might be a little bit with older kids, like older adults, but I'm going to probably be elbowing with a lot of younger kids. Okay. So I'm like a little intimidated because that world is like, you are a loser. But it's not like that, y'all. I'm trying not to think like that. I promise you, I'm trying not to think like that because you're rubbing elbows with somebody that's your peers, like your kids, or um, what do you do at this age? And you supposed to been already here, you know? So I will always like to put it in the back of my head, don't give up. But reality is kicking my butt, y'all. And it's all because I'm writing this story, and if I'm mispronouncing it, I'm so sorry. But it's al kimchi. Okay, it's al kimchi, kimchi, al kimchi. Okay, I'll put it in the descriptions later, or I'll put it in my comment section. Hold on, I actually will type it in. Okay, I read this story. This is the third time I read this story, y'all. And when I tell y'all, this is like a different outlook of like my journey in life. This is what I feel like I'm going through. I've been procrastinating life, and I haven't really found my personal legend. So in the book is that it does have a personal legend. Like, you got to go after your personal legend. So y'all, I don't know where this college is going to hold, but it will always come back to you. There's something in your life you can never sit on it. Like, I don't care how you try to manipulate your life, you can never sit on your goal or your dream. So I'm trying to I'm trying to fake it sometimes mentally so I can see the end of the tunnel. But y'all, sometimes life gets to you. You start doubting your dreams, or you start doubting your person. So it is what it is, y'all. So I've been doing a lot of talking about myself, but y'all, let me tell y'all the most embarrassing thing that happened to me today. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm cute, y'all. I got this little cute number on. I got like the matching shirt, the matching pants. So I'm like, oh, okay, look at you. By the time I got in the car, sat in the car, drove out my parking lot. Y'all, when I tell y'all, my pants started slitting, it started busting loose. And I said, hold up now. You ain't, nuh-uh, but no, it got worse. I'm like, okay, I just played off, put my thighs together, I'm not going back and changing this cute outfit. I might find my husband in this, right? But no. Um, it kept busting loose. And you know what? I had to turn around and go back home at lunch. And the good thing about it is I left my lunch at the table. And I was like, well, I have to go back and get my lunch because I don't want to go out and eat. But at the end of the day, I had to change into like another busting number. And y'all, I'm like, whoa, where's these boobs going? Thank God I just had a solo day today. I didn't have to do much running around and prancing around people, but it is what it is. So and also y'all, I been a little bit more dedicated and reading 10 books a month. Y'all, I know that was a crazy challenge for me, but I was watching something on a celebrity said her dad said never have a bigger TV than your bookcase. Baby, I didn't have a bookcase. Let alone did I have books in my house. I had children books, and I always try to make my children read. But for me, I never had a bookcase, and I always thought it was like cluttered and junky. But now I'm like, I'm digging it. So my parents are not using their like 900 bookcases. So I'm gonna see if I can steal one or invest in one. But most likely they're not going to get rid of their books. My mom got books since the night. Well, if y'all pay attention to Eric, so y'all watch the Eric. Hi, Eric. She always say 1908. That's how much books my mom has. She has the original copies from 1908, y'all. But y'all, let me get into this thumbnail because I'm here for a fun time, not a good time. But sadly enough, I don't want to pick on this young lady because I feel like right now you don't pick on people who just don't know. Um, and it's sad to say that I would like to say this. It's sad to say that somebody with 6 children should have a better understanding of housekeeping, taking care of your personal items such as you know stoves, cleaning, whatever. You should have a better idea of how you have 6 kids, but that's not on everybody's case, and obviously we see that. um I think a lot of times people feel like they became an adult after they had sex, and that's not being an adult. Being an adult is taking care of things, making sure everything is neat, and you having your personal responsibility for your place, your rental place where your kids lay. You have to carry that personal responsibility. One thing about cleanliness is that it's not a such thing as, I feel like when you start slacking, personally me, when I said I can get those dishes tomorrow, I don't touch them tomorrow. I touch them the next day or whenever. That is terribly a bad view for your children. So now when my kids are gone and I notice that I've been slacking, definitely like, hey, girl, what are you doing? Get these clothes washed. And I can't tell myself so much. Get these clothes washed, dry them, put them away. Do not put them in the basket. When you put them in the basket, you're going to forget about them, and then you're going to try to do everything at one time, or you'll start grabbing stuff in there, and then eventually that gets dirty because you don't know what's clean or dirty anymore. So my biggest thing is just to put the clothes away. Don't carry baskets or anything with clean clothes in my bedroom. Fold it up, stand up, fold it up by the dryer. Do not take it in my bedroom and fold it up. Don't sit on the couch and fold it up. My thing is definitely to stand up, fold the clothes right out the dryer, and then put them away. So I have no response. I have the responsibility of reloading more clothes, and so on, so it won't be like clothes just sitting somewhere. So I have to, I have to force myself. That, girl, that is hard. But we're gonna talk about Skye. One thing I'm gonna say is, I saw that you was in Peach's little seminar, do better, do good for yourself, whatever. I wanted Peach encourage y'all to do Roach's content, because Peach just did a short about a roach in a store. Yeah, and I don't understand anybody that, that's very believable that roaches can be in stores, because stores have their hoarder boxes. Okay, that's very believable. That is not nothing shocking. Oh my gosh, they got roaches here in Texas. They got roaches everywhere, Peach. But my biggest thing is, never allow somebody to make you look bad, because she's not going to show you roaches in her house. Peach will never show y'all roaches in her house. Peach will shut down the whole production of anything they're doing with her house, and we seen it. Peach will shut down shit in a heartbeat before she allow herself to record a roach rolling through that camera. Skye, do not take advice from somebody that wants to see you naturally fall. Because she was in your comments talking about good content, girl. What she was trying to do is make fun of you. And that's just the bottom of my heart. Nobody on this good old YouTube will not, Jazz wouldn't even though a roach will come through there, Jazz, if y'all point out a roach, Jazz is going to go right back and fix that roach problem. You try to fix it, because that roach got invisible, and one of the scenes, your roach got invisible. Yes, it did. But then you say, "Up it, this is my content." Baby girl, roaches is never a good content with children. And then you want to do food videos? Make that make sense. That's disgusting to me. But to each his own, y'all. I can't sit here. I just personally don't understand you doing a food video with roaches. And your roaches are gangster. They're not the scare roaches. They're gangster. They about, I saw you trying to beat off one with a paper towel, and that thing looked like it's about to shank you. You got gangster roaches. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. You're gonna always have roaches if you clean up the way you cleaned up. Now, in the beginning of her video, she was wiping down the hood. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. But you was wiping down the hood. Then you started spraying around the stove. Very good. Then you got this brush. That, girl, please tell me in the comments, what brush is that? Because I really need that. I'm tired of scrubbing with that silver thing messing up my nails. But anyway, so she had the little cleaning brush, and she just and but baby, you forgot the side of the stove. Of course you're gonna have roaches. How the hell you forget to wipe that? Y'all, I'm trying to understand it. How the hell you forget to wipe that part of the stove, Skye? Now, I don't know about y'all. My mom. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story about my brother. Y'all know my brother's been kissed by God twice. Okay, so my mom has a little bit more patience with him than what she had with me. So when it was my brother's time to like clean the kitchen and sweep the floor and stuff like that, he got away with murder. Y'all, I tell y'all, this boy got away with murder when I was a kid. But let me sweep the floor. Let me be responsible. They always carried me responsible for the kitchen. Like, we had to clean up the kitchen for some odd reason. But then I was responsible for the kitchen. I just, yes, I was that one of those kids, y'all. terrible as hell. Why the hell do I get in trouble for him sweeping? That's his job, right? But either way, they were trying to teach me responsibility that it went over my head, and it's okay because I'm paying the price for it now. So, so when I was a kid, my brother would half-ass sweep the floor, and I would be like, "Shit, yeah, I did." So my parents are listening. Shit, that ain't my job. I did say that, but now that I thought about it, it was the principle of just doing it right. You can't tell me, if anybody, Skye, you're going to get so many hate comments and hate, aka you feel like it's hating on you, but it's real about just the roaches and you're cleaning your stove. You didn't even take the initiative to wipe down the side of the stove. Now you got six babies. One, two, three, four, five, six. You talked about having a miscarriage. And you didn't think not one time to wipe the side of your stove. But you want hundreds of views? You want hundreds of subscribers? Make that make sense, Skye. You can pop that coochie, but you couldn't wipe down the stove? And anybody can say, anybody who knows you, be like, yeah, Skye is very clean. She's a very, not by that video, she ain't do. She's not a very clean one, not at all. Because Jazz will at least show that she's wiping something. So these are some tips, Skye. You can love it or hate it, okay? You can use it or not. That's on you. That's your Roach Hotel. That's not my Roach Hotel. Pull out the stove. You want to really do a deep clean. Pull out the stove. Clean the whole stove. Clean behind the stove. Wipe down behind the stove. Mop the floor where you can't see it. You pull that whole stove off. You clean that bee down. Okay. Then you start wiping your walls down. Your walls is like where the the invisible stuff is, the invisible juices and the grease that the roaches love. The roaches love grease. Okay. So you wipe down your walls. And one person told me this beautiful thing. See, I use Clorox because I'm a bougie broad. I use Clorox. So you spray down every night the little cracks and crevices with bleach. They stay away. All right. But you have to be consistent in doing that. Just like you want to be consistent in doing your videos, I need you to be consistent with your cleaning. Okay. There's no excuse why you was too busy to wipe down the side of the stove where you just sprayed it. Now you frying food and that side of the stove is dirty. I never could understand how nasty that is, but it's very nasty. But you have six babies. I don't have six babies. I have three, but I at least got common sense to wipe down the side of the stove. And then you were sitting down. You were sitting down and I know you've seen your deep fryer, what no deep fryer, your your deep freezer, your chest. I know you saw that. That thing was filthy. And don't take that much to examine, even if you can't do it in one day. Make a list of what you need to do within a week. Say, hey, I need to wipe down my deep freezer. I need to move these tables and chairs. You're going to have to be a little bit more consistent with your household keeping before you can be consistent with your YouTube. Because what you're going to show is a lot of roaches, and people are not going to want to watch that. And I'm just being as honest as possible. People don't want to see roaches. But you allow Peach to say, hey, go ahead and put roaches on your channel. People like seeing that. People like making fun of that. You'll lose your subscribers for that. Who wants to watch somebody cook and do grocery hauls knowing that they have a lot of fucking roaches within, I think, a 5-minute scene? Roaches are gang banging. They're fighting among themselves. They coming out taking photoshops. Like, hey, what's up? What's up, people? Be careful who you follow, because Peach ain't gonna show you roaches in her house. Even if Peach do have roaches, she ain't gonna show you to you. She barely show you her house because she knows how nasty it is. Would have to stay up all night to clean up the house. Come on, you know that house is nasty. Talking about he like his alone time. No, that house is nasty. And that's it. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. And also, this might help you with roaches. Y'all, we have those big ass roaches that wear fake eyelashes here in North Carolina. Okay, they wear fake eyelashes. I don't know where the hell they get them from, but they got some big ass eyelashes, and they're big and they fly, and their little babies are like mini size like roaches, but you can tell they're not roaches by the shell. Okay, the shell doesn't have that extra extended flap to it. It's gross, right? Ugh, right? It just, ugh, right? I understand. I'm describing it to you. It's gross, right? But they'll come in the house. Like if I open the door or something, they come in that house and they don't know what to do with themselves. Okay, they they're too stupid to hide, and they run in circles. Okay, so it's easy to kill them. But roaches are more easier to slide in cracks and crevices. Those is not as easy. So you basically they have to walk along the walls and they have to fumble. But this is what you'll have to do, Skye. Get rid of boxes. I do see Skye doing a lot of food hauls. She does. Um, she shops at Sam's Club, and sometimes you can be transporting back and forth roaches from Sam's. A lot of people don't talk about this because, oh, Sam's is clean. No, that's a warehouse. Roaches love boxes. They love glue. They love paper. So yeah. So when I go to Sam's, I don't take those boxes that they give away, like those boxes you can put stuff in and then carry to your house. No, I just leave whatever I have. And whatever boxes I have in my house, like for example, my kids like the Nutella sticks. So I take all those out, put them in their little bin, and then throw the box away. But sometimes people keep boxes and not realizing boxes cause roaches. So that might can help, you know. I also see that you go to these little places where you get something for like $1 a day or $5 a day. That place might carry roaches, and what you have is you might be a hoarder. Because Skye, I watch you shop, and you used to do these penny shops, and you'll have so many, you'll buy so much stuff because it was a penny. So you might be a hoarder at heart, and the roaches have places where they can hide and lay eggs. It's not always about being nasty, and that's not where I was trying to go with that. But I'm just saying, you didn't wipe the side of the stove. Yeah, it is what it is, y'all. But yes, guy, make sure you bleach your house Just put some bleach in a bleach bottle or in a little spray bottle and just spray around the surfaces where you might see the most roaches at, like in your kitchen, might be in your bathroom, um, ceiling fans, whatever, your little tables. Wipe that down with bleach. I know it can be very hard. And hey, but you have to make better steps because what if you have bad housekeeping problems right now and you said I'm about to get a terminator. What is that going to do? You still have bad housekeeping problems. So you get somebody to spray your home, it's not going to stop the roaches. And I will say this, I will fall my house one good time before those people fog it, right? And this is just something I will do. I will fog my own personal house before I allow somebody else to come in. And I'm spending $500 to do my house. Orchid. I would say even go down to the Department of Human Services to see what you can do. You can say, hey, these roaches are getting in my food. Is there something that y'all can help me to get like a plan? I would see if that can be resolved by social services. You don't always have to use tannin. That's part of health. I'm just saying that's part of health. And if your landlord is not going to get your apartment sprayed frequently, that you can take that probably down to downtown and see if you can get something taken off your rent. See if that's um understandable. That's part of health. But again, you worry about having a man and your man's not acting right, girl. That'd be the last thing I worry about. But I'll talk to y'all little bugs later. Because I gotta go. I don't know where I gotta go. I do know where I gotta go, but I don't know where I need to be going. But y'all, I probably will see y'all sometime soon after Friday. Because I do want to talk about jazz. So I might come back later on tonight or tomorrow and talk about my jazzy life because y'all, jazz got us bent. Okay. But y'all, I just seen this ad, right? His name is John Kennedy. He had an ad talking about you don't like cops because they're cops. Next time you're in trouble, call a crackhead. Y'all, so when I said you got me bent, that was a song called Your Mama's on Crack Rock. And the little girl was like, you got me bent. I remember saying that as a kid. And I used to say that, and it just reminded me, like, you got me bent. I'm like, girl, what the hell was I talking about back then? Don't know what the hell I was talking about, but I was saying some slang. You got me bent. But yes, guy, you will have to do some better housekeeping if you want to fight the war roaches. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Trust me. And you can try to blame your neighbors, but as we can see, you're not the cleanest person. So, and I think you went on this road before with, I hope all is well with her, Reese. Reese did a video of you and your cleaning, and you got upset about that. But you don't want to put those roaches on that screen. We are here to just talk about it and try to help you through it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has roaches. You'd be surprised who's watching your channel, and they might have roaches problems because they stayed in the content a complex that has roaches infested with roaches, and they might have the same type of housekeeping you have. And they're trying to figure out, hey, how do I get rid of these roaches? What do I need to do to get rid of these roaches? Well, you have to have a better cleaning habit. You got to be consistent with, not leaving juice and all this stuff sticky stuff and food plastered on the stove. I'm sorry, if I knew I had roaches, that's the first thing my mom told me was clean your stove. You don't do anything at the end of the night, clean your stove. Sweep your floor. I know it's hard. I know. Trust me, it's hard. But sometimes you got to say, F sleep. I don't want roaches. You have to tell yourself that. But I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.